Okie dokie. It looks like we are live. Welcome back to the Bri Hive. We're over here on Boss Attorney Bri's channel. For those of you who do not know me, I am Attorney Brianna. I am a licensed California attorney and I practice trademark law and family law. I just messed up my entire intro, but that's all right. You guys know me as Attorney Bri here over on the Boss Attorney Bri channel. We cover celebrity lawsuits, we cover trademark lawsuits, copyright lawsuits, and today we are going to be covering another celebrity lawsuit that it seems like not a lot of people know that it's going on. However, it is going to trial in just a couple of weeks. A month away from now is when it is going to trial. So we are dealing with another lawsuit involving Johnny Depp. A lot of you found me through the Amber Heard or the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation trial. And now this time Johnny Depp has another trial coming up. Mind you, he just finished his defamation trial a couple of weeks ago. And then in a month or so, he will be having another trial, except for this time, he is the one being sued. So Johnny Depp is being sued for assault of another person. So that is very, very interesting. And we're going to jump into it just in a second. We're going to look at the complaint and we're also going to look at Johnny Depp's trial brief. So what he's actually going to be arguing in court when the trial does go live. So let me know if you guys have heard about this case before I posted it, or let me know if you just found out about it, or let me know if you just do not care and you're just here to have fun over here on my channel. So let me go ahead and do some greetings. I see some people hopping in for tonight. We have unsuspecting citizens saying, "What assault trial?" Oh, this was from earlier today. So hopefully you can join and find out what assault trial we are talking about. We have Helena J joining us saying hello, and welcome back to the live stream. We also have Helena J saying some loser he punched a few years ago is suing. Yeah, we're going to get right into the details of it. And we have matching birthdays for happiness. Welcome back to the live stream saying hi, Bri. We have Ton, I think I'm saying that right. Reynolds Dang saying hello, Helena. You guys are saying hello, Sage Moon. Welcome back to the live stream. We have Emily Tracy. Welcome back to the live stream saying hi, chat. Hi, Bri. And Ufta Harper, the service dog, just jumped in my lap. I think she would like to say hi too. Well, hello to is it Yufta Harper, the service dog? Hello and welcome to the live stream as well. We have Emily saying hello to everyone, and Kirk, hello and welcome back to the live stream. We have Riley Bell saying heard about it. Can't remember which law tuber it was I heard it from. Yeah, so we're going to jump into the complaint. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Then we're going to get a little bit into the middle of it. And then we're going to get to the end of it because like I said, this is going to trial next month. So we are at the end of this thing. We have Sage Moon saying hello. And Kirk says, love my hair. Thank you so much. And we have Snuggles668. Welcome back to the live stream saying to drop the link. Do you mean the link to this live stream? And then we have Ton Reynolds Dang saying, I heard some of the complaints and it sounds like this won't go well for the petitioner. Yeah, so we're going to actually look at it. I actually did not get the answer to this one just because it probably overlaps with what the trial brief says. And a lot of the times they're just saying, deny, or they agree or whatever. But for the most part, it's not that eventful. And then they also did move for a motion to dismiss. That was denied. And so I'm wondering if the court, after looking at the trial brief, said, hey, it wasn't good enough to dismiss because they have stated a claim. But Johnny Depp is still arguing basically like that this thing didn't happen. So let me not give away too much of the detail because we're going to hop right into it. We have Exquisite Coils coming back saying, hi, Bri, hello, and welcome to the live stream, or welcome back to the live stream. Snuggle668 says, do collaborations with people. We're not collaborating on this stream at the moment, so drop the link so people can come up and have a conversation. Oh yeah, like how the lead attorney does. So we're actually not doing that on this live stream. We just kind of are going through the complaint because we have a lot of stuff to go through. So we are going to check out the complaint, and we're not going to be bringing people up today. But eventually, I do plan on starting to bring up the audience members or the Bri Hive members so that we can hear what you guys have to say about everything. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with the complaint on there so we can kind of start going through everything, seeing what's going on in this complaint. And so, as you guys can see, this is probably one of the older cases. It was filed back in July 2018, and it has taken this long for it to come before the court. It's been about 4 years. It will be going to trial on July 25th. So almost a little bit over 4 years to the date. We have Greg Rocky Brooks suing Johnny Depp along with some other defendants, including Miriam Siegel, Brad Furman, Good Film Productions, US Inc., and Infinitum Nihil, a corporation. And so there are a couple of things that this guy, Greg, is suing over. Let's just go down the list and see what he's actually suing over. So the first cause of action is for assault and battery, which goes to what a lot of people are saying, that he got hit. He's saying that Johnny Depp hit him, basically. Another one is intentional infliction of emotional distress. And remember, we talked about this on Tuesday's live stream. So we are seeing the similar claims coming up. And then we have negligence, and then we have negligence respondeat superior, which basically just means like that your employer is also negligent. And then we have negligent hiring and retention of unfit employee, basically saying that Johnny Depp is an unfit employee. And then we have negligent supervision of an employee, again, insinuating that Johnny Depp is actually an employee of these corporations that are also being sued. And then we have hostile work environment, wrongful termination in violation of public policy, retaliation, and a negligent infliction of emotional distress. So just in case he's not able to prove all of the elements for intentional infliction of emotional distress, they went ahead and threw the negligent on there too to see if they can qualify for that one at least. And so we have Tom Reynolds saying, my boy thought it was TLA stream. Yeah, it's not TLA stream. So we are not doing that. Not today, at least. Maybe later on down in life. And Tom says he usually do that after the first 2 hours of his monologue. Yeah, Lead will have you there waiting to get on to the stream for sure. Jennifer Miller, welcome back to the live stream. We have our mod and a member of the Bri Hive saying hello to the Bri Hive, and Emily saying hi back to Jennifer. So yeah, guys, welcome back to the stream. I forgot to come off of Tiny for that moment, but that's okay. We're going to still jump right back into the complaint. In this one, we're kind of going to jump around a little bit just because it's a lot of information to get through. I know I do. I'm not good at jumping around because I feel like I'm going to miss something. But on this occasion, we're going to have to jump around because it's a lot of information to get through. And I want to make sure we're getting to the good parts of the story. So we're going to go through the facts in the complaint. And then we're going to hop over to the trial brief to check out what Johnny Depp's arguments are. And then if we have time, we can go into the factual detail that Johnny Depp lays out in his, but it's going to be a little similar to the one in the complaint, but a little different because he's going to be describing the facts that are more in favor of him. But the complaint actually has less facts, so I think that one is a little better. So while I am jumping over into the complaint, I see some people saying hi from where they're watching from. We have Z Seltzer. Welcome back to the live stream. Go ahead and drop in the chat box where you guys are watching from and what channel or how you found my channel. So you can do either or you can do both. Go ahead and drop that in the chat if you would like. And I'm going to hop right over to the complaint to check out what's going on here. We're going to skip the parties and things like that because it's a little bit addressed down below. So we have the general allegations. Says in 2017, plaintiff was retained as the location manager for the feature film Labyrinth by Good Films. It goes on to say Siegel was one of the producers of, am I saying this right? Labyrinth, and the founding manager of Good Films. Good Films was one of the production companies responsible for the production. I'm just going to call it the movie because I don't know if I'm saying that right, honestly. Furman was the director of the movie. Depp was one of the stars of the movie and director for the production company Infinitum, and then Infinitum was the production companies responsible for the production. And on April 13th, 2017, the movie was filming in downtown Los Angeles, inside and around the Barclay Hotel. Okay, so that kind of introduces the parties to the case. And we have some people coming in with some chats that I asked for. So let's check it out before we get into the remainder of the facts of this case. So we have a Jedi, oh, I'm not going to say that all the way, saying hello there. Hello and welcome. We have Riley Bell saying Missouri and found me on Legal Bites. Okay, cool. We have Oregon, USA here. Okay, I think that's the first Oregon I've seen. I had Jennifer Sam watching from Oregon. Oh, 2 Oregons in a row. And I found you through Natalie. Well, yes, welcome. Love to have Jennifer here. She hypes up the channel so much. And we have Heather B watching from Vermont and saw you on Legal Bites. I think a lot of people are going to come from Legal Bites because that's where we were for the Johnny Depp trial. And then we have Mark A, Labyrinth. Is that how you say it? Labyrinth. And then someone comes in with Labyrinth. Mark says, Mark A and Mark corrected me here. Labyrinth. And again, I can't pronounce things. Okay, we'll try it with the actual pronunciation. We have Sage Moon saying, watching from Cali and found you through Legal Bites and Natalie. Well, welcome, Sage Moon. I am also in Cali, so we are on the same time zone. And I always point that out because I feel like a lot of people that watch YouTube are on like the East Coast, and then I'm like always at the wrong time over here on the West Coast. So we have Emily Tracy saying Fort Worth, Texas. It is hot today. I think I saw you on Legal Bites, and then Natalie Lawyer Chick mentioned you. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's actually hot out here too, but it keeps going up and down in temperature. I don't know what's going on there. And then we have Tom saying from Houston, found you through TLA. Yep. So you knew exactly what Snuggles meant by saying drop the link. Drop the link. I just started the live stream. I haven't even introduced myself yet. But yeah, eventually I do want to start bringing up the chat on but I feel like a lot of times people don't like to be on video themselves anyways. They just prefer to watch. So I'll try it. If it works out, it works out. But for now, we're going to keep it on getting through the documents. And we have Mark Ace Austin here. Love the channel. Well, thank you and welcome to the live stream. Okay, so we got some people from Texas, Oregon. I think I saw Ohio. I saw Cleveland. Yep, Cleveland. And then Cali, I think. So welcome everyone to the live stream. We are talking about Johnny Depp's assault case, where he is being sued by this man, Greg, aka Rocky, for allegedly Johnny Depp punching him. So we're going to jump right into like the deeper facts of the case. And so we're going to start at number 19, saying filming permits were obtained from Film LA and contract services, allowing filming from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. The permits provided that filming outside the Barclay was to end at 7 p.m. and filming inside the Barclay was to end at 10 p.m. As location managers, it was plaintiff's responsibility to make sure the production was complying with the permit requirements and to liaise, yep, with Film LA if any issues arose. So he's basically saying that he was in charge of making sure that the filming stopped when it needed to in order to comply with whatever location permits that they had. So then we have Siegel approach plaintiff and requested he try to extend the hours of the permit in order to accommodate the needs of production and to accommodate Depp, who wanted to direct 2 friends in an expanded version of the scene previously scheduled for the day. So basically they were running behind. I wonder if it has to do with what people said in the Johnny Depp trial, saying that Johnny Depp is always late. So maybe that's why they went a little bit over. But. That information is not provided, so we're not going to dive too deep into that. Then we move on to say plaintiff and Siegel then approached Film LA site monitory Jason Gonnet to discuss needs of production and the parameters of the permit extension. After reviewing all of Siegel's needs for production, Film LA permit office was contacted and the first permit extension of the night was granted. As filming continued, it became apparent that additional time was needed, and Siegel again requested plaintiff to obtain a permit extension. So they keep running out of time at this point. Plaintiff and Ghana again contacted Film LA permit office and were extended a final extension of filming. The new filming permits were set to expire at 11 p.m. outside the Barclay and 12 a.m. inside the Barclay. At approximately 10:50 p.m., Ghana asked plaintiff to inform the first AD, Paul Silver, that time was running out and the current shot would have to be the last exterior shot of the night. So basically just giving us detail of what was happening during the actual filming that's going to lead up to Johnny Depp punching this guy. So we have Heather B saying having thunderstorms here. I don't from Vermont. Okay, I see from Vermont. So thunderstorms. Oh wow. Yeah, it's hot out here. No thunderstorms. We have Tom saying, Bree, just make sure they come up first. Don't let trolls though. Yeah, of course. We would have to do cameras, and that's how it gets all complicated. I feel like a lot of people don't like to be on camera like that. Riley Bell says up and down in temperature, very Midwest here. If you don't wait the weather, if you don't wait the weather, wait 5 minutes. Though I've heard about New England area too, as far as up and down weather. We have North Carolina from Maddie Perez. You have little baby 245 watching from Florida. Okay, welcome in, Floridian. We have Jennifer Miller saying our weather has been wild too, 78 one day and 58 the next. Yeah, ours is more like by the weeks, or it'll be super hot during the week and then cold on the weekends, which sucks because it's like, oh, I want to go to the pool on the weekend, but then it all of a sudden gets cold. All right, we have Allie saying from Tennessee. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's pop over to the complaint here to see if we can, where were we at? Let's see if we can get a little bit deeper into it. We have plaintiff feeling he had no choice but to do as he was instructed, agreed to relay the message to Depp. However, knowing Depp may become upset and feeling the need to protect himself, plaintiff started approaching the nearby on-set LAPD officer Jim Big Rig to get his assistance in relaying the message to Depp. Before plaintiff could reach the LAPD officer, Depp accosted plaintiff and began attacking him angrily, screaming in his face, "Who the F are you? You have no right to tell me what to do." So this guy is saying out of nowhere, Johnny Depp just approached him and started yelling at him and attacking him before he could even tell him that the scene needed to stop. Did I miss something there? I know I scrolled past something. Yeah, I did miss something there. Yep, so we got to go back. See, that's why I don't like skipping around, because then I miss things. Okay, so approximately 10:50, Ghana and plaintiff to ask plaintiff to inform the first AD, Paul Silver. Nope, I did that one. Actually, I did do that one. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. It just was messing up there. Okay. Plaintiff remained calm and professional. Explain. So as Johnny Depp is attacking him, he's remaining calm and professional. Explained who he was and that as location manager, it was his responsibility to make sure the production complied with the permit requirements. The altercation continued with Depp screaming, "I don't give a F who you are and you can't tell me what to do." Yeah, he liked that line, huh? At the same time, while screaming at plaintiff, Depp angrily and forcefully punched plaintiff twice in the lower left side of his rib cage, causing pain. Despite having just been punched in the side, plaintiff maintained his composure. So this guy is being punched by Johnny Depp and he's not doing anything to defend himself, according to him. When plaintiff did not react to Depp's satisfaction after being punched, Depp yelled, "I will give you $100,000 to punch me in the face right now." Plaintiff still did not react, and Depp continued to scream and berate him in front of a set full of people until Depp's own bodyguards physically removed Depp from the scene. Throughout the altercation, plaintiff noticed that Depp's breath reeked of alcohol, basically trying to say that he was drunk. Plaintiff is informed and believed thereon alleges that Depp had been drinking alcohol and using drugs throughout the day on set. On Monday, following the incident, April 16, 2017, plaintiff returned to the production office to work on wrapping up the show. Upon arrival, plaintiff was informed that Siegel wanted him to write and sign a declaration stating that he would not sue production. When plaintiff declined to write such statement, his services were terminated immediately. So that was a lot. He's basically saying that Johnny Depp just came up to him, attacked him out of nowhere because he knew that he was about to shut down the filming, and then that he didn't react at all. He just let a grown man beat him up. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think that sounds realistic, that all of a sudden Johnny Depp just ran up to this guy and was like, hey, you're not going to tell me what to do, and then started punching him? That just doesn't make very much sense to me. We have Bach McMillan watching from Sweden. Oh, cool. Welcome to the live stream. We have Jennifer Miller saying, this seems like a case trying to use an opportune moment to try to get at JD. The case was actually filed in 2018, so it would line up right around the time, or I guess a little bit after the time of Amber Heard alleging that Johnny Depp had been aggressive towards her as well. But this has already been set for trial since 2021. But I don't know if you're referring to a different timeline as far as taking the opportunity. We have Exquisite Coil saying a lot of being left out of the story. Yeah, and so that's why I'm like, maybe I should go over the facts in Johnny Depp's, just because it's very long. And I think a part of it was recorded because they have transcripts from things. So I might take a peek at it. I just haven't had time to go over that one before I hop in on the stream. Exquisite Coil also says the plaintiff, it's the most zen person ever. Right. He's being attacked and he's just like, I'm professional. I'm not going to do anything. Like, yeah, right. Okay. You can be professional, but if someone's punching you, you're probably going to punch them back. Okay. Sage Moon says, agree, Jennifer, it sounds sus AF. Yep. And then and Kirk says no. And then we have Exquisite Coil saying totally sus. So let's so that was the end of the facts. That was honestly the end of his facts. That's what he is presenting to the judge. And this is what he said happened. And now we're going to get into the causes of actions. As you guys saw at the beginning of the stream, there are 11 different causes of action. So we're going to kind of steam through these. We're not going to read all the words, but we're going to just kind of look at what are their main points in these causes of actions. So we have Jennifer explaining to us, by 2018, Amber Heard and JD were already divorced and she had made accusations back then. Yeah, because her op-ed, wasn't her op-ed in 2018? Or yeah, it was in 2018, wasn't it? And then we have Aliem saying, what was the date of the incident again? It was April 13th, 2017. So that's when he's saying the incident occurred, and he filed this lawsuit in June of 2018. And we have Mind Spasm saying, I think that because his drug use is common knowledge, people use it against him, even though it seems mal-mannered, even under duress. Yeah, that I agree with that. They do like to throw out the fact that he uses drugs, which I don't take that as like too much of a shocker, to tell you the truth, because I'm just not surprised of people doing drugs while in showbiz. I don't know. I feel like it's like common knowledge that a lot of people do. Okay, so we have the first cause of action is assault and battery against Johnny Depp and some other people. I don't know who else could be liable for assault and battery other than the person that did it. And then we have on or about April 13th, 2017, as detailed above, Depp accosted plaintiff, got in his face, and proceeded to scream and berate plaintiff, placing plaintiff in fear of harmful and offensive contact. In doing the above alleged acts, Depp intended to threaten plaintiff and put him in apprehension of contact. So he's basically pleading the facts for assault. With assault, you do not necessarily need to hit someone. I think the definitions can change by state as well, but as far as assault as a tort, you don't necessarily need to hit someone. You just have to make someone reasonably fear that they are going to batter you or they're going to do offensive contact. So things that people would not like. Basically screaming at him. As a proximate result, plaintiff suffered physical pain and emotional psychological injury. Where did I see? Oh. Okay. At some point he hit him. I can't find where it is there, but we're not going to read word for word like I said earlier. All right. And then so the next cause of action is intentional infliction of emotional distress. And so this is basically you embarrassed me and it made me emotionally unwell, right? So in this one, he's saying Depp verbally and physically attacked plaintiff in front of a cast and crew of the production, berating and demeaning plaintiff for doing what Furman requested to do. So basically you embarrassed him by yelling at him and punching him in front of his friends. Basically. Not in front of his friends, but in front of other people. All right. Third cause of action, we have negligence. On or about April 13th, 2017, Depp negligently, carelessly, and recklessly harmed plaintiff in such a manner that he placed plaintiff in apprehension of harmful contact and caused his fist to make harmful violent contact with plaintiff's body. And that is negligence. So he somehow Johnny Depp, if he's saying that he didn't do it intentionally, he basically accidentally hit him is what he's trying to allege. And then we have negligent respondeat superior, which basically just means that your employer is liable for what you do, or they were negligent for what you did. At all times herein, Depp was an agent and employee of Good Films and all the other things, and doing the acts herein described and referred to was acting in the course and within the scope of his authority as agent and employee and in the transaction of the business of the employment of or agency. Good Films and all others are therefore liable to plaintiff for the acts of Depp as heretofore. So basically saying that they should be responsible as employers, but it's questionable as to whether they are employers of Johnny Depp. He seems to be like an independent contractor. Okay. Then we have negligent hiring and retention of unfit employees. Again, this is going to go to them hiring Johnny Depp and whether he was an employee of the company. And then we have negligent supervision of an employee, saying, notwithstanding the knowledge that Depp was incompetent and unfit, that Depp posed a potential danger to other employees on set due to his intoxication. Good Films and others failed to adequately supervise Depp like he's a baby, which was the proximate cause of him basically doing the harm to the plaintiff. What do you guys think so far? Do you think he has a case? I think he didn't plead enough facts, but at the same time, this is just a complaint. But you do have to plead sufficient facts in order to keep it in the court. So I don't know if I think this is I don't think he put enough facts, but I think the fact that he is laying out the elements of the case in order to establish that it happened to him, that's giving him more of the benefit of the doubt. Because if you guys don't know, in order to win on your lawsuit, you have to prove all of the elements of the claim. So he's basically taking the facts and putting it with the element of the claim, which makes it seem like he has a better case than he would if he just alleged very little facts without really tying it to the actual rules of laws that he is hoping to succeed on. And I feel like he's just throwing the kitchen sink at this point because he's suing for 11 things and a lot of them overlap. So that's interesting. I think we already covered this one. We have Jennifer Miller saying so many people use alcohol and drugs. If all of them were violent, we would have a lot more crime than we do. I can agree with that. I don't think that using technically makes you angry. Could it? Possibly, but I don't think it automatically means, oh, you must be the aggressor. Emily Tracy says, I think it's a shocker when people in showbiz doesn't do or hasn't tried drugs. I feel like it's just kind of a known thing that it's kind of expected to happen, right? I'm not saying that everyone does, but it's not a shocker when you find out. Daz Beats, welcome back to the live stream, saying another one, DJ Khaled. Yes, we are in another lawsuit for Johnny Depp too, within a couple of weeks, right? Um, we have Jennifer Miller saying, you embarrassed me in front of my friends. I'm suing. That's how I took it. You berated me in front of a bunch of people. Like, you are a grown up. Like, come on now. But I guess some people are more sensitive than other people. And I feel like not promoting violence or anything here, but if someone was punching me and yelling at me in front of my friends, I would probably punch them back and yell at them back. But who knows? Maybe this guy is just, not like the rest of a lot of people. I'm not going to say the rest of us, because the Bri Hive is nice and we do not fight. But if someone is fighting me, I am going to fight back. I'm sorry. YouTube's probably going to, yellow flag me again like they did last stream. Okay, we have Callie Tangerine. Welcome to the live stream, saying hi to Bri and Bri. Hi, welcome back. We have Sabrina Messerstein saying, joining late, watching on 1.75 to catch up. Love being live with the Bri Hive. Well, welcome. Hopefully you can catch us. We haven't been live that long, so most likely you will be able to catch us. We have Exquisite Coil saying the plaintiff's case sound desperate for money or attention, right? Money or attention. I haven't got into the prayer for relief, so I don't know exactly how much. I think he's asking for like $100,000, honestly. And then we have Jennifer Miller, the ultimate hype woman, saying buzz the like, subscribe, and join buttons to pollinate Bri's channel. Yes, of course. If you guys are watching live or on the replay and you have not hit the like button by now, make sure you go ahead and hit the thumbs up. It helps us out in the algorithm. And for those of you who do not know, I am now monetized, so you can now contribute monetarily if you have the means to do so. It greatly helps out the channel. I come with the receipts, and sometimes I actually have to buy these documents. So just know that if you do donate, you are helping out the channel and helping bring content to the rest of the Bri Hive. So yes, thank you so much, Jennifer, for reminding me to do the shout out things that I need to do. And we have Mind Spasm saying, I would like to know if he was acquainted with Miss Heard. Because our last person was, who was that? Evan Rachel Wood was, and then now this guy, I don't know. And we have Callie Tangerine saying, in the words of Elaine, does he want his 15 minutes of fame? You guys come up with the greatest things, like just the reminders that I need. Maybe he wants it's been 4 years, so let's see if he's going to get his 15 minutes of fame. And also, I think it's very important to note that Ben Chu and Camille Vasquez applied to be allowed to handle this case with Johnny Depp, I think back in 2021 or 2022, or not 2020 or 2021. So I know Camille got in. I can't remember all the way if Ben Chu, but I'm going to say most likely he also got in. So he has his dream team coming with him to California to help defend him in this case. And we're going to get into his actual defenses in just a moment. We're almost through all of the causes of action. And then we're going to hop right over into Johnny Depp's response, saying why, one, this case should not have even went forward, and two, that he will not be able to prove that he is actually going to win this case in the actual trial. So we have that's it. Let's pop back over to the complaint and see what we have here. So we are now at hostile work environment. Plaintiff is informed and believes thereon alleges that Furman's conduct on set, including but not limited to negligently delegating his duty to direct the production to Depp and negligently instructing plaintiff to act outside of the scope of his responsibility, and directly informed Depp that filming needed to cease, created and or contributed to the creation of a hostile, abusive, or unsafe work environment, which eventually resulted in plaintiffs being assaulted by Depp during filming. Basically saying since Furman told him to tell Johnny to stop filming, that was beyond his job duties, and it put him in danger. That's his allegation there. The next one we have is wrongful termination in violation of public policy against the defendants Good Films, Infinitum, and Siegel. On or about April 16th, 2017, after the assault and battery incident mentioned herein, Good Films, Infinitum, and Siegel, or the agents thereof, demanded plaintiff execute a declaration stating that he would not sue the production, its employees, or agents for assault and battery incident, which occurred on April 13th, 2017. Good Films and others demand goes against public policy as it deprives individuals such as plaintiff of an important legal right. Plaintiff had a legal right to seek redress for injuries arising out of a workplace assault and battery through a civil action. So basically saying you cannot force an employee to sign a document to say that they promise not to sue because it goes against public policy. We have to have the right to be able to defend our honor, basically, if someone did something wrong to us. You can't ask me, hey, not to say anything, like almost a after the fact NDA, but as to physical violence. He's basically saying you cannot do that. All right, so we got the peeps popping in. We have Callie Tangerine saying Ben and Camille, the dream team legal team. Yeah, so they're coming into the case. I can't remember all the way if Ben Chu. I know there was a motion for him, but for some reason, I feel like he's not in the case. But I'll have to double check. Jennifer Miller says, yeah, Camille is going to eat this up. Right. Kelly Tangerine says, I cannot get those Elaine quotes out of my head. Yeah. Do you want your 15 minutes of fame, dude? Okay. We have Jennifer Miller with what, if any, quotes? I can't. Yeah. So, what, if any, quotes do you mean, Callie Tangerine? Who said? Kate says, "Sorry, I'm late. That is okay. Welcome to the stream, our moderator and another member of the Bri Hive. Welcome back to the stream. It's okay that you're late. Sometimes we have other things to do." Saying, "Welcome to everyone." Ignore Me says, oh, wow, another JD trial. Yes, this is another JD trial, except this time he is the defendant in the action. He's being sued for assault. All right, we have Callie Tangerine saying, OMG, yes. I actually said, what if any, in a conversation? How embarrassing. Do not take notes from Elaine, guys. Do not take notes from her. We have Jennifer Miller saying, Kate, hi, friend. Yes, welcome in, Kate. And then we have who said Kate saying smash the like button. Yes, exactly. If you guys have not hit the like button, make sure you put the thumbs up to help us out in the algorithm, and make sure you stay a while to get us some, watch time, make YouTube think that we're actually having fun over here. So stay a while if you can. All right, let's check out the rest of the complaint. I think I know I said we're almost done last time, but we are almost done. We are at retaliation. The discharge of an employee in retaliation for resisting employers' unlawful demands made in violation of laws that secure important public policies, disregard those policies, and give rise to common law action of tort. Plaintiff was terminated by refusing to waive his legal right after being assaulted and battered on set by another employee/agent under defendant's control. Good Films and Friends' violation of plaintiff's legal right is inconsistent and hostile to the public interest. They cause plaintiff to suffer harm, including loss of earnings, other employment benefits, humiliation, and embarrassment and mental anguish. Okay, a lot of stuff that's hard to prove. It's just saying you did go through those things, but sure. We have the 10th cause of action, negative infliction of emotional distress. Plaintiff is informed and believes thereon alleges that Good Films, Infinitum, Siegel, and Furman knew or should have known that their failure to exercise due care in hiring Depp, supervising Depp, and maintaining a safe work environment would place employees such as plaintiff in danger. Good Films Infinitum, Siegel and Furman, failure to control Depp's conduct. Depp is a grown man. What? Control his conduct while on set, as herein alleged, proximately caused plaintiff to suffer pain, humiliation, severe emotional distress, and mental suffering. Again, a lot of stuff that's really hard to prove. Oh, I thought there was 11 causes of. I thought there was 11 causes of action. Let me go back, see if I'm. Oh no, there's 10. Okay, my fault. My fault. Going back down. All right. So let's get into what my friend Greg here is requesting. Oh, this is a lot of stuff. Did not mean to go that far. Okay. Here we go. Prayer for relief. Greg Rocky Brooks prays for judgment against Johnny C. Depp, Miriam Siegel, Brad Furman, and Good Film Productions, Infinitum Nihil, and each of them as follows. For general damage to be proven at trial, so he's not requesting an actual money amount at this point. For punitive damages to be proven at trial, again, not requesting the actual amount yet. The cost for the suit that has incurred, so basically to pay his attorney's fees and any further relief that the court deems necessary and proper. So kind of a catch-all phrase there. Whatever I missed that you think I deserve, basically give me that too. So he's not actually asking for a monetary amount in specific, but I think I read somewhere that he's probably looking for about $100,000. He probably thought that this case was going to settle and like that Johnny Depp would just pay him off, but it looks like that's not really happening here. So would love to see what happens. And we have Pirate Lab saying great topic. Thank you so much. We have Mark A saying, I'm trying, Elaine. We have Jennifer Miller saying, we are having fun, girl. We love it over here. Well, great. I'm glad you guys are having fun because I have fun. And sometimes it feels weird because I'm laughing to myself, but I'm glad that the Bri Hive also has fun here. All right. We have Sabrina Massestein saying, just the fact that JD has been in so many productions for so long, even if a plaintiff can prove JD did hit him, I struggle seeing the producers being liable for hiring him improperly if he had no rep. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna really succeed on the employer, like that you're his employer and things like that. I don't think that they're gonna succeed on that at all. We have Mind Spasm saying, at first my radar wasn't even on Johnny Depp. Now I'm like, poor Johnny. Yeah, everyone's harassing him. And if he didn't do it, it's like, geez, can I catch a break? So he just spent all that money on the Amber Heard trial, and now he's spending all this money on this trial to defend himself as well. But they didn't have a lot of documentation in this trial, which I thought was interesting. To be over 4 years, I think it was like less than 100 filings, if I remember correctly. We have Callie Tangerine saying, I guess my fave Camille quote is another liar on the stand or something like that. I'm not all the way familiar with that one, and I just lost where I was at in the chat. Let's see. I've completely lost where I was. Oh, here we are. And we have Who Said Kate saying, I love the name Callie Tangerine. It gives me good vibes. Yeah, I love the name too. We have Callie Tangerine saying, add Elaine's huffing and exasperated sighs. Right. Right. Well, I'm glad he didn't hire Elaine to come on to this case. Jennifer says, Callie's name is very sunny. Yes, it is. It's refreshing. Reminds me of something very refreshing. We have Mischievous Manners, welcome back to the live stream, saying Amber Heard was supposed to testify in this case, but she's not any longer. Apparently, the witnesses have been pared down to only the people on the set when this happened. I think it should, because I don't think we need another 6-week trial for Johnny Depp. There was a witness list. I believe it was either 6 or 4 pages. I can't remember exactly which one, but it listed quite a few people, but I wouldn't be surprised if they narrowed it down to like 1 page. All right, we have Callie Tangerine saying, is this taking place in CA? Yes, it is in California. It is in the state courts, so it will be happening in LA. I'm too far away from there to go there, and I have my own trial the next week, so I won't be able to go in person. This one is already not allowing cameras in the courtroom, so you would have to be there in person in order to get the full story. And we have Tom Reynolds Ding saying, yeah, settle because JD is so tired of court. Yeah, it's not settling at this point. At this point, it's going to trial. They've already extended the trial date from last year. And so now the trial is on July 25th. So I don't think any settlement is coming in because Johnny Depp said this incident did not even happen. So imagine trying to get money out of someone that's saying they never hit you, right? We have Sage Moon saying, well, that's good. They don't need her lying on the stand again just to try to stick it to JD. Right. Wasting time. That's what I felt like Amber's testimony was, a waste of time. Dabs Beat says, sometimes you got to put us foot down 2 times in a row. We have Jennifer Miller saying, I think this case had a better chance if JD had lost the Amber Heard case. Yeah, because you went from one case in Virginia saying that he's not abusive, now into another case in California saying that he is abusing men on set. And remember with Amber Heard, all of her abuse or a lot of her abuse was in the private. And now this guy is saying that Johnny Depp just came out and starts punching him everywhere, right? Sabrina says, probably best for the plaintiff. We have Callie Tangerine saying, I'm glad he's not getting a payout. That way it can go through the legal system and give Depp a chance to clear his name. Again, right? For the second time in the last couple of months. So let's go ahead and check out Johnny Depp's trial brief. Remember, I said that there is a bunch of facts in his, so we're going to skip it. And we're going to go right into his argument and see what he's actually asserting in this, of why he's not liable, why this is not true, and why he should not be paying any damages to this plaintiff. So let's pop right over and see what's going on over here. So we're jumping right into the argument section. His first argument, this is Johnny Depp, and I think infinitum nihil is also right in this brief with Johnny Depp, saying, plaintiff's claims are factually untenable. The evidence will establish that this entire case is based on an assault and battery that never happened. So Johnny Depp is just completely denying that this even happened. So why is he even suing? Going on to say, this entire case is based on a fiction. Mr. Depp never punched Mr. Brooks. Mr. Depp will testify to that effect, as will several of the multiple individuals on set who witnessed the altercation. Mr. Brooks did indeed receive verbal reprimand from Mr. Depp, which was well warranted by Mr. Brooks and proper behavior toward others on set. But Mr. Brooks' embarrassment at having been publicly scolded does not give rise to any valid cause of action. Mr. Brooks was never threatened, punched, or otherwise physically harmed. Moreover, Mr. Brooks' story is belied by his own admission that he and Mr. Depp made up that same night and took a picture together in which both men were smiling. In short, Mr. Brooks' claims are wholly lacking in credibility and any factual basis and will be proven to be false at trial. But I feel like he can argue like, oh, I just took the picture because I was scared. I feel like he would argue that. What do you guys think about that? He's saying that there's no way that this incident happened because they took that picture of them smiling together. If you guys have heard of this case before, you probably have seen that picture floating around. I know I saw it in a lot of the articles that I looked up of him with Johnny Depp's arm around his neck, showing that there was no hostility that same night. All right, we have Kel Smell saying, just got here. Well, welcome. We have Sabrina saying, especially since it'd be the only record of JD in violence, right? Think you guys are referring to the Amber Heard stuff still. And then we have Jennifer Miller saying, oh, I didn't know she was going to testify here. Well, I'm hoping that she won't after this. We have Maddie Perez saying, he said JD made others uncomfortable and that there are other witnesses. He's better bring it because people that were there are saying he harassed the person and JD was defending her. Okay, so it could, if he did hit him, it could be considered defense of a third party. But Johnny Depp is saying that he didn't hit her, or he didn't hit him. Kelly Tangerine says, I would go. I live in LA, but I don't want to drive and deal with traffic. Definitely understand that. Do not feel pressured to do so. We have Tanya D, a member of the Bri Hive and a moderator for us, saying, hey, chat. I'm in listening mode only today. My doula CLT is being induced, so getting ready to head to the hospital. Oh, cool. Your doula client. Is it your client? Oh, cool. That is exciting. Well, good luck. Good luck to her. And hopefully she has a healthy delivery and a smooth delivery. All right. We have Sabrina Messa-Stein saying, even if he lost versus Amber Heard, this feels like a weak case. Johnny Depp, not a celeb to be known for a temper. Like Charlie Sheen totally would believe he punched a crew member. Yeah, that could, I don't, yeah, exactly. I think with the Amber Heard trial, it kind of proved that Johnny Depp wasn't as aggressive as what a lot of people have tried to say. We have Mind Spasm saying, I think he's going to fight because he's tired of lying moochers. I'll see you in court. Yeah, I'm not just going to give you money. I'd rather spend my money on the lawyers. That's what it's coming off as, right? We have We Turn saying, let it go to trial. It'll be open up a floodgate for lawsuits otherwise. I read there are photo evidence of the alleged altercation showing nothing. Yeah, and so that would be stuff that they are going to need to show during the trial in order to prove Johnny Depp's case, that it never even happened. And if he was defending someone else, that could be something as well. So let's pop back over and see what else is going on in the in Johnny Depp's statements. He's saying Mr. Brooks will be unable to satisfy the high burden of a claim for emotional distress. Even if he were able to convince a jury that an assault and battery occurred, Mr. Brooks will be unable to establish the elements for a claim of either negligent or intentional infliction of emotional distress. We're going to pop down because that just kind of gives some case law saying here, any suggestion that Mr. Depp either intentionally or negligently inflicted severe emotional stress on Mr. Brooks is untenable. Mr. Depp did not lay a hand on Mr. Brooks or in any way harm him, but merely verbally reprimanded him for inappropriate behavior on set. Later the same night, the two hugged it out and took a picture in which both are smiling. Mr. Brooks subsequently posted the picture on Facebook, only taking it down 15 months later when he filed the present lawsuit. Mr. Brooks suffered no physical injuries that required treatment and did not even seek any therapy for 18 months after the purported incident, and only did so then in the context of this litigation when faced with questions about his non-existent damages. So basically, he only went to the doctor to get some medical records for this pending litigation. All right. So the next portion says Mr. Brooks has not alleged and cannot prove any actual damages. Mr. Brooks suffered no injury and incurred no valid medical expenses. Even if his claims were not made up, however, Mr. Brooks would have no basis to seek any recovery in this action because he incurred no actual damages. By his own admission, Mr. Brooks suffered no physical injury and required any medical attention. He did not require or receive any medication or treatment in connection with the alleged incident. So he basically has no injuries in order to be like, oh yeah, I was harmed by what Johnny Depp did to me. All right. So let's pop over to the chat. We have a couple of people popping in. Said Jay Lucero saying, Boss Bri, welcome to the live stream. We have Dear Dana saying that she's heard about the case. I'm assuming she might be watching from the beginning. And then we have Mind Spasm with a super sticker. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. Definitely always appreciate any donations that you guys can give to the channel, and also appreciate you guys joining, watching me live and watching on the replay. So thank you so much, Mind Spasm, for the super sticker and for participating in the chat. All right. We have Dear Dana saying it said he was defending a homeless person. for that Johnny Depp was defending a homeless person. Yeah, so I didn't get into the facts on here, but we may have some time to go over it once I finish the arguments here. Who's that case says awesome to the doula. Yes, awesome to the doula for Tanya. We have Deanna Dong saying, is it possible to zoom in on the document? Oh, yes. Oh, I didn't zoom in today. Usually I do make it very big for everyone, but for some reason today I did not. But now it is bigger. So hopefully it's a little easier to see. So let's pop back over, matter of factly, and check out what's going on over here. We have Mr. Brooks has not alleged and cannot prove any actual damages. We already read the first paragraph. Mr. Brooks nevertheless has attempted to manufacture medical expenses and emotional damages after the fact by seeking treatment from his family therapist. These claim damages are beyond dubious. Mr. Brooks did not seek any such treatment until 18 months after the supposed incident, and only did so after he was served with a discovery request inquiring as to whether he had incurred any medical damages. The jury will be well capable of seeing through these sham damages. As noted above, any claim by Mr. Brooks that he suffered any serious emotional injury is directly undercut by his own conduct, including the taking the picture with Depp shortly after the incident, in which Mr. Brooks was smiling and hugging Mr. Depp. Next, they go on to say Mr. Brooks cannot cite negative publicity from the lawsuit as a basis for his purported damages. Negative publicity from litigation is not an element of damages for a plaintiff's claim. As for Mr. Brooks, purported damages for lost employment due to negative publicity, these claims are unsupported by any competent evidence whatsoever and are moreover barred as a matter of law. Mr. Brooks has cited nothing but secondhand hearsay in support of this assertion. But even if competent evidence existed of harm to Mr. Brooks' employment prospects from negative publicity, that evidence would be irrelevant to this case. Negative publicity from litigation is not a recoverable element of damages in an action for assault and battery. Mr. Brooks' supposed employment difficulties cannot be said to arise from the alleged altercation at issue in the case and cannot properly be considered by the jury in assessing whether Mr. Brooks has been damaged by the defendants, as detailed in the jury instruction. So, they're basically saying, like, you can't just say, oh, since I brought this lawsuit, this is showing damages because now I can't get employed. Maybe you can't get employed because you're suing someone who you once worked with on a set and they don't want this litigious person working on their set. Moving on to say, Mr. Brooks has no viable argument that negative publicity and purported blacklisting caused by his filing of this lawsuit are the result of the alleged altercation. Maybe he's just not good at his job since he couldn't get Johnny Depp to stop filming on the time, right? At issue in this case, such that they may be considered damages for assault and battery. It is not as if Mr. Brooks is contending that he suffered physical injury that rendered him unable to work. By his own admission, he was physically and emotionally capable of working for many months after the incident and did so until he was injured in an unrelated car accident. Rather, his discovery response appeared to claim that the fact that he has filed this lawsuit and Mr. Depp's defense of it has made him less marketable to potential employers. And it is quite possible that happened, that people do not want to work with him because he is known to file lawsuits for things that don't really seem that significant. So maybe him filing did contribute to it, but at the same time, probably not in a way that would make him lose jobs because of actually filing the lawsuit. It might be because he's a liability because he files lawsuits. That's something to consider, especially in Hollywood. All right. And then we have Dear Dana saying, as a psychotherapist, I sense something else is going on with Brooks' life and he is targeting Depp to get some money that he currently needs. That is very possible. And it seems like he probably did, especially if he waited so long before going to seek help. We have Ingborn Swinson saying, hi, Bri, is JD ready for the next trial? I'm assuming that he is getting ready for the next trial. They have about a month and a week or so to prepare. The next trial is on July 25th, and that's what we're going over right now. This is the trial brief from the settlement conference, basically saying that I'm not going to settle with you because these things didn't even happen. Therefore, I'm not liable for anything that this guy is talking about. All right. We are, where are we? All right. Yeah, who's that Kate saying, oh my gosh, sounds like another money grab. Are we just, yeah, we're kind of just covering money grabs at this point on this channel. That's what it feels like. We have Jennifer Miller saying this case sounds like it will be a quick decision. I hope it will be a quick decision. I do not know how long this is actually going to be, how long the trial is. I'll need to look into that. But I do not think it's going to be a 6-week trial at all. Sage Moon saying to Tanya, how sweet, wishing a safe and happy, healthy birth. Yes, exactly. We have Ingborn Swinson. I don't think I'm saying that right at all, but Camille will deal with it. Yes, Camille will deal with it. Jennifer Miller saying, thank you for the super sticker. We love when Bri gets paid. Well, thank you very much. Yes, we love the support of the monetary donations. It helps out the channel a lot, but also hitting the like button also helps out the channel a lot. It makes YouTube pay me. So make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not already. All right, we have G saying, so is this him making charges or is filed as a lawsuit? He's filing it as a civil lawsuit. So it's not like a criminal trial. This is actually a civil trial and he's asking for money. Okay. And we have, who said, Kate says, smash the like button. Brihive. Yes, exactly. Smash the like button, guys. We have Sabrina Mesa saying, do Camille and Ben rep the other suit or will there be 10 trillion lawyers at the defendant's table? So it looks like this trial brief is just for Johnny Depp and the infinitum, the Hill. It does not include the other defendants, so they could potentially have different lawyers, or they could have potentially been dismissed from the case. I haven't gone that deep into the case to know if anybody got dismissed, but from my quick skimming of all the documents, I did not see any requests or orders to be dismissed. So they will likely have their own attorneys if they are still listed in the case. All right. We have Emily Tracy with the emojis. Thank you so much. We have Jennifer Miller saying, I know Camille is on the case. I would imagine Ben Chu and the rest of the team will be there too. So I know that Ben Chu did apply, but I just can't remember seeing if he got admitted. He likely did, but it's just off the top of my head, I can't remember. Okay, we have Tangerine saying this chat is the bee's knees. I love to see it. Love to see it. We the bee's knees. Guys, before this stream, I was doing the chant that we kind of came up with last stream, the ain't no live like a Bri Hive live. And I feel like we need an ending to that because I think it comes from the little chant, ain't no party like a so-and-so party because a so-and-so party don't stop. I feel like we need this because something, something, something. So let me know if you guys have some cool endings for the ain't no live like a Bri Hive live, or if we should just leave it right there. All right, we have Jennifer saying, haven't used that one yet. Yep, I love the bee's knees. It's the business. Okay, Sabrina says, lack of competent evidence and such an intelligent sound and burn. Yes, exactly. I like that because you can't prove any damages, so you don't win any money. Maybe you prove that he hits you or he battered you, but you win $1. So was it really worth bringing the lawsuit? And I think that's why he came with the intentional infliction of emotional distress, because now he's going to win money for not being able to work and his emotional anguish and things like that. But at the same time, he didn't even go to that doctor for a year and a half. And the lawsuit was filed about a year and a half, or the lawsuit was already filed before he started going to the doctors. Doesn't make much sense, right? All right. So we have Jennifer saying the bee emoji has such a smart move. There are so many puns. Yeah, it was. It was. And you guys voted on it. I was not thinking about bees at all, but you guys voted on it and it won. We have Ingborg Stevens saying, Dear Dana, I think the case was filed in 2018. Yes, it was. And before the defamation trial, coincident that the trial is now. So this trial was actually scheduled for last year, I believe sometime at the end of October or beginning of November, and it got pushed out to July. So I'm not sure, I didn't read the documents of why it got, because the date that the court case was scheduled for, the court was not in session. So the court was closed for those days. And so then they pushed it out further, but I don't remember, or I didn't see whether there were other issues and why it got pushed out. So that's part of the reason, is because the court was actually closed during that day. All right, we have Michelle Allen saying he was in court today with the charity. Johnny Depp was? Okay. Dana said, me thinks the car accident might have been Brooks' fault. Maybe he owes the other person some money, etc. Sounds like a slam dunk for Depp, Camille, and Ben. Possibly. I don't know too much about the car accident, so I couldn't really comment on that. We have Who Said Kate says, I don't condone violence, and it sounds like dude's clock was cleaned by JD, and now he's annoyed that JD called him out. Potentially. Like I said, if someone's hitting me, I think I'm a pretty nice person, but I would hit him back. We have Sabrina saying, side note, did you choose the chat bubble to match your shirt? No, this was already my colors. When I first started my YouTube channel, these are the colors that I chose for my YouTube channel. My Instagram for my law firm is actually purple, and I chose different colors for my YouTube channel for several reasons, but I already had this bubble. I just got this shirt maybe like 2 weeks ago. So I just like the color. So it caught my eye in the store as well. We have Callie Tangerine saying, on Twitter, someone said that folks are confusing Johnny for an ATM machine. That is what it's starting to feel like, right? That's what it's starting to feel like. We have Data for Insights and hello, late joining. We'll replay after. Well, welcome back, Data for Insights. We love to have you here. We have Dear Dana talking to some other peeps in the chat. Let's see. I'm trying to see if we have some chats that we can get to before we pop onto the complaint. Or not the complaint, the trial brief, because we have a little bit more to go. And we have Cookie Doodle. Welcome back, a member to the channel, saying, hi, missed the beginning. We'll check out the VOD. Well, welcome. Welcome back to the live stream. We have Mark A saying, ain't no live like a Bri High live, because the Bri High live goes buzz. I like that. That's cute. Oh, did I miss some of? Oh, I was missing it. We have Mind Spasm saying, because Bri High party don't stop. We have Callie Tangerine saying, hopefully after this one, not one of the things. Ain't no live like a Bri Hive live, because a Bri Hive live does thrive. I like that one. I like the rhyming there. I'm gonna let you guys know which one I came up with and see if we can have a vote. We'll do a vote here at the end of the stream. So make sure you guys stay to this end if you want to help come up with the chat. Or the chant, the chat. Okay, let's go ahead and pop over back to what we came here for. Let's not steal the stream again. Back to Johnny Depp saying why this guy loses on his claim. Says, but negative personal consequences of litigation are not a recoverable element of damages. If they were, every plaintiff would include the time, cost, stress, and inconvenience of litigation as evidence of damages. So basically saying that the money that you lost by bringing this lawsuit does not count as damages. You actually have to have like medical records when it comes to assault. You actually have to have more medical records when it comes to intentional infliction of emotional distress, actual lost job opportunities due to you being physically unable to work because of your mental state or the injuries from the assault and battery, because that's what you sued for, right? For instance, it is well grounded that a plaintiff's litigation costs are not an element of damages. Okay, so this is going to just keep repeating itself. So we're going to move on to the next paragraph. In any event, defendants have no control over the hiring and firing of Mr. Brooks' potential future employers, and there simply is no viable argument that those decisions are a natural and probable effect of the alleged altercation between Mr. Brooks and Mr. Depp at this case. So basically there's no tie between him not getting hired. He hasn't made that connection, which he can very much do during testimony, but as of now, Depp's team is basically saying he hasn't made that connection. Even accepting as true the unsupported assertion that Mr. Brooks has lost work because of negative publicity related to this lawsuit, the conduct of his potential employers and the news media will constitute an intervening and superseding cause, as would his own conduct in filing the lawsuit, and no liability for the supposed lost jobs could potentially attach to the defendant. So basically, in order to bring a lawsuit for negligence, you have to prove that it is the actual cause. So that what you did, that Johnny Depp punching him, that them failing to control Johnny Depp, those were actually caused by the defendants. And you also have to prove that it's the proximate result. However, if there is something that supersedes whatever the defendant did, then they're no longer liable. So think about someone kicked your car and they put a side dent in it, but then a few moments later, there's an earthquake and then a tree falls onto your car, and then you try to sue the person that kicked your car for all of the damage. The courts will say, no, a superseding cause happened. This person kicking your car did not cause the tree to fall down and break your car. Something along those lines. That might be a little extreme, but I hope you guys get the point that I'm trying to make there. All right. So moving on, we have Mr. Brooks has not pled any claim for interference with employment, and his claims for diminished employability are irrelevant. Moreover, any claim by Mr. Brooks that he has been blacklisted or that there has been any wrongful conduct in interfering with his employment would be in the nature of a separate claim, such as tortious interference, not an element of damages in the action for assault and battery. No such claim has ever been pled in this action. Mr. Brooks' recent discovery responses assert that there has been a false narrative about him in the media prompted by this litigation and Mr. Depp's defense of it, which Mr. Brooks believes has damaged his employability. His complaint contains no allegation or cause of action with respect of any false narrative. Any claim related to blacklisting or negative publicity subsequent to the alleged incident would be a different claim based on completely different conduct than assault and battery. Basically saying the claims that he's coming up with now, it just doesn't make sense for what they have going on, right? All right. It is, of course, well-grounded that the trial of a matter is framed by pleadings and the party not proceed to trial and not pled. Okay, so that goes into a lot of detail. I'm going to pop back over to the chat, see if we have any more suggestions coming through for the chat, and then also seeing if you guys have any comments about the actual case that we're looking at. All right. Sage Moon says the suggestions are gold. Mark says sorry. Dear Dana says thank you. Gets talking to each other. And Jennifer Miller reminding me to remind you guys to show Queen Bee some love, like, subscribe, and join friends. And then the emojis. Yeah, you guys get cool emojis. You get cool little graphics next to your name if you join as a member of the Bri Hive. And of course, it supports the channel. But if you're unable to do that, just make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you have not already, because that also helps out the channel and it gives me confidence to continue to do these lives. So thank you guys so much. We have Sage Moon saying hello and welcome to everyone joining in. Yes, of course. And we have Callie Tangerine saying, I hope not, because even if they don't win, making Johnny litigate nonsense is costly and time consuming, right? And he already lost a lot of money from what was said in the Amber Heard trial of his net worth going down, right? Let Johnny live and move on with his life already. Yeah, this should be his time where he's relaxed and not dealing with these lawsuits. We have Jenna Gets Creative. Love the name. Saying, I'm catching up, but let me get this straight. Brooks thinks Johnny's company, Infinitum Nahil, was responsible hiring its owner, Johnny. Yes, basically, that's what they're saying there. Amanda, welcome back. Saying, hey girl, hey. Glad I could get here. You look lovely as always. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for joining the live stream again. Hi. You okay? Alpha just returned home. I'm sorry. We're in the middle of it. Hello. I'll talk to you later. All right. So we have Betsy saying, just came from uncivil law with Law and Lumber. Oh yeah, I was over there right before I joined my own live stream. We have a couple people laughing. We have Amanda saying, oh, I like that one. Betsy said, love your enthusiastic personality. Thank you very much. I try to keep it upbeat at the end of the workday. So thank you for that. We have Callie Tangerine saying, this chat is so creative. Yes, this is the most creative chat that I have seen. I don't know if it's because I like read all of your chats or as many chats as I can, but definitely comes up with the best sayings that I have seen so far. Not to, put down anyone else's chat, but Bri Hive chat ain't no live like a Bri Hive live. I don't know. We have Sage Moon saying, it sounds so ridiculous when put all together. We have Jennifer Miller saying, it's always very upbeat and energetic. I wish I had her energy. Well, thank you. Thank you. This coming on live helps my energy go up because at the end of the workday, I'm like, oh, it's time to go to sleep. But when I get on live, you guys keep the creative juices flowing, the funness of it all. We have Data for Insight saying, question about damages. Would Brooks have to essentially lay out quantitative metrics like JD has to do to show damages? Even then, wouldn't necessarily be causation. So yes, you would need to lay out like actual damages that you suffered. So that's why he's trying to throw in the fact that he's unable to get jobs, because if he went to a job interview and they denied him because they said, okay, there's too much liability coming from this lawsuit, then he could sue for that and say, oh, hey, I lost money because of this. However, the claims that he is alleging don't really go with that, kind of like what we just read, the tortious interference. Like he would have had to add another claim on top of his 10 claims saying, okay, me asserting my rights in this lawsuit led me to lose jobs. Would he win on that? Still probably no, because they're not necessarily going to them, kind of like the Black China case that we covered, where Kim Kardashian and the other Kardashians were actually going to E-Network saying, do not continue this show. So he doesn't really have a good claim. I hope I'm answering your question and not going on a tangent here. So basically his quantitative metrics would be, how much did he spend on a doctor's bill? How much did he spend on therapy? How long was he recommended to go to therapy because of the injury? Either because he was hit, like he said, by Johnny Depp, and he had to, let's say he needed to relearn how to walk, or let's say that he needed to go to therapy to stretch. All of those things, he could bring those bills and show like, hey, this is the money I lost because of this. On top of that, if he's found to have proven his case, they can also award punitive damages. And with that, it's not necessarily that you have to prove that you actually suffered these damages. It's more like, okay, you are guilty of this, and we're going to award you more money because the defendant did something so bad. So I hope I answered your question. I kind of just went on a tangent, but I hope I did answer the question. Okay. And the way I thought it should be answered, right? Okay, we have Amanda saying, me too. I swear I try to absorb her energy like sunshine. That's why we have the sun. Do we have the sunshine emoji? I don't remember. Let me see. No, we don't. We didn't pick the sunshine, but we have a sunflower. So absorb the energy, guys. Love to see it. All right, Mickey Nack, welcome back. Oh, that rhymed. Hello, Bri. Hello, all. We have Dada saying hi, and we have Jennifer Miller saying, I don't think I ever had her energy, even when I was her age too. I hope I can keep the energy. I feel like it keeps you young, right? All right. Let's see. Let me see here. Mickey Nack said, did I miss much? Got delayed at work? Yes, we are an hour and 20 in. So make sure you go back and watch the replay because you missed kind of a lot. We went through the complaint and now we're partway through the trial brief. I think we're almost done with it, honestly. So you probably missed a lot. We have data for insights saying, yes, it's her energy and a vibe for me too. Thank you guys. Love to hear it. Love to hear it because you guys do not want to see me right after work or during work, really. All right, I lost some of the chats, but we'll pop back over because we got a little bit more of the trial brief to get through. And I'm not trying to keep you guys here all night. I know we have fun over here, but I know people have other things to do than to watch me laugh at myself online. Okay, we have Mr. Brooks has no valid claim against infinitum nihil. As set forth, Mr. Brooks' claims against Mr. Depp are baseless, even if a claim could be validly stated against Mr. Depp. However, no such claim could be asserted against infinitum nihil. The only remaining cause of action asserted against infinitum in the complaint is the 10th cause of action, negligent infliction of emotional distress. The negligent causing of emotional distress is not an independent tort, but the tort of negligence. They go on to list some rules for us, so we're going to skip that part. To the extent that Mr. Brooks' claims against infinitum are predicated on mistaken assumption that it is Mr. Depp's employer and therefore liable under a theory of respondent superior for Mr. Depp alleged torts, Mr. Brooks is incorrect. As has been repeatedly informed of the fact throughout the course of this action, infinitum is not and was not Mr. Depp's employer, and no conduct by infinitum has been alleged or can be proven that has any bearing on the events of April, I think they meant 13th, 2017. Moreover, Mr. Brooks dismissed his fourth cause of action, respondeat superior. So they dismissed that claim that the employer will be responsible. On December 5th, 2018, Mr. Brooks has failed to state any viable claim against infinitum nihil, which ought to be simply dismissed. So we were actually closer to the end than I thought we were. The remainder of this document is actually a transcript that I haven't looked at, so I don't think we're going to go over it today, but that's okay. In conclusion of the trial brief, they say, for all the foregoing reasons, defendants are confident that judgment will be entered in their favor against Mr. Brooks for all causes of action. And remember, guys, this was written back. That was horrible highlighting. Go away. All right. This was written back in October 2nd, 2019. They may come up with other defenses in the future, so be aware of that. But this was their main arguments as of August 2nd, 2019. And I assume that a lot of their arguments will be consistent with this because there hasn't really been much going on with the case since this was written, right? So, like I said, there's an exhibit of, I want to say, oh, this is a deposition. That's why. Transcript. Okay. So he actually says, well, we can break that up. Do I correctly understand from the moment? All right. Yeah, we'll skip that. Maybe we'll do that one at a later time. So let's pop back over to the chat. Let's see if we have some more suggestions for the Bri Hive chat. Chant, not the chat, the chant, and see what's going on in the chat. We have a few more moments that we have together here. So let's check out what the peeps have to say, what the bees have to say. Amanda says, I don't even know how this case got this far, given the sworn statement by the photographer that has timestamp photos of the claimed incident. Yes, they alluded to that a lot in their trial brief. We have data for insight saying, I don't know much about it yet. We'll replay, but doesn't sound like the plaintiff keeps on moving the goalpost. Yeah, he had like 10 different causes of action, which makes it hard to prove all of those elements of the cases, and he didn't really have a lot of damages to back him up. So now he's trying to basically add new things to the complaint, but you can't add new causes of action when you're this deep into the lawsuit. All right, we have Amanda saying Queen Bri lets the Bri hive thrive because she liked the sunshine, not the task at hand, but still true. I like that as well. Yes, we do let the Bri hive thrive. All right, we have Jennifer Miller with some of the membership emojis. Thank you for sharing that. It doesn't show on StreamYard. So guys, check out that comment that Jennifer made a little while ago, 10 minutes ago. Okay, I'm late in the chat. Let me catch up here. All right, we have Amanda saying, haven't read a ton of this stuff yet, just the statement from the photographer. Yeah, so this was the facts from the complaint, and then the causes of actions is what we went over in the complaint. And then this is a trial brief from Johnny Depp's team. So these are the arguments that they are most likely going to be making at trial, that, hey, this incident did not even happen. And even if it did happen, you didn't suffer any damages. So you lose, right? All right, we have Cookie Doodle saying King B, yes, Alpha is in the house. Well, yeah, he's in the house. He's not in here, but he was here. Jennifer Miller is saying, hi, Alpha. He's the cute fiance. Yes, very, very cute fiance, huh? Mind Spasm say, is Johnny countersuing? This is ridiculous. No, there's no countersuit at this point that I know of, because I didn't read the answer, but I don't think so. It should be a countersuit for wasting his time, right? Callie Tangerine says, I love a good Wendy Williams meme. Who said, Kate's hi to Alpha. Kel Smell said, I'm sorry, I accidentally clicked dislike. I'm clicking like right afterwards. Well, unclick dislike, because that doesn't help out the channel. We have Amanda saying, see, even Alpha needs the breeze sunshine. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That's why I can't stay too much longer. He has some homework to do, but I will probably still go in there. Deanna Dung saying, hi, Alpha. I think he can hear me from the next room. We have Sage Moon saying, hi, Alpha. King B, he got a new name. Alpha, the man with the smile. Yes, he got the smile, right, guys? The smile is nice. The smile is nice. Okay. Mind Spasm says, more lives. This is fun. I hope that you guys can make it to more lives. We have a great time over here at the Bri Hive. Okay, we have Natalie Filmy saying, why are you not covering the R. Kelly situation? Is there new stuff coming out on the R. Kelly situation? Jennifer asked the exact question that I asked. And I didn't see her comment yet until I was saying what I was saying. But I don't know of any new stuff on the R. Kelly situation, so I would have to look into it. Jennifer says, is there new R. Kelly stuff? I haven't seen that. I'll have to look into read in my mind. I think we spend too much time on this live stream together. We have Amanda saying, wait, there's new R. Kelly. Yeah, I don't know about the new situation. I would have to look into that to really that's why I'm not covering it, because I didn't know that there was new stuff to cover. So if I find out about the new stuff, we will look into it. But it's hard. It's honestly hard covering those topics as well, because YouTube does suppress those type of videos. Like the last stream that we did on Marilyn Manson, I got a flag on that one for the topic content. So if I can do it without getting flagged, I highly doubt it. I'll probably still do it if it's something that I think the channel would be interested in. Guys, let me know if it is something that you're interested in by on the replay. Go ahead and put in the comment section that you would like to hear it. Natalie says it never stopped. So yeah, I didn't know it was still, I guess he was in jail, but he hasn't been convicted yet. Wait, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. It's not at the top of my mind. All right, Data for Insight says, thanks, the explanation makes sense. Thank you, because I went on a tangent there. Jennifer says she'll get caught up on R. Kelly. Natalie says, I got distracted myself with a JD case, so I lost track too. Yeah, I didn't know a lot was still going on with that. And I think a lot of stuff have been coming out about Bill Cosby as well. Amanda says, I out of the R. Kelly loop. I will have to catch up. Yeah, I think a lot of us are. Data for Insight says you answered the question and your answer makes sense. His argument doesn't. He chose to file the lawsuit and then turn around and say it's causing me damages. Exactly. You filed the lawsuit. And so you filing the lawsuit had to do with you losing money. Because you're a risk at that point. Because if someone yells at you, and I'm saying this from my opinion of how I'm taking his words. Maybe it's not because they yelled at him. But if someone yells at you and your feeling gets hurt and then you file a lawsuit, no one wants to work with you. No one wants to work with you. You might be considered, in someone's opinion, a crybaby. Nobody wants to deal with that. Okay, Mickey Next says, thanks, Bri. I got the gist of the case now. I just briefed it for me. I will catch the details on the replay. Perfect. All right, we have Data for Insight saying, wait, are there still more R. Kelly stuff happening? I'm so out of the loop on that. I thought he was done for like Harvey. Yeah, I think we're all there. So maybe we will need to do a stream so that we can all catch up together. Jennifer Miller says, don't worry about time for me. I'm just cooking dinner and hanging out with you. Well, awesome. I need to cook dinner. So that's probably why I need to go in just a little bit. We have Natalie saying, I was thinking of calling Dana Joy to see what's going on. Tracy made a video about paperwork getting done. Okay, so we're talking about that. We are still in the stream at this point. All right. I'm gonna mess this one up, but Nirisk Karan says everybody liked. Exactly. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and press thumbs up. It helps us out on the channel, helps more people come and join us in the chat so we can all have fun. Don't let people miss out on this chat by not liking the video. Okay. All right, we have Data for Insight saying, you're brave. I'm avoiding the SCOTUS decision. Yep, not touching it. We have Natalie saying, same here. I was watching dating stuff for weeks. I try to find out the Manson stuff too. 24/7 seems to be not enough. I agree with you there, but we did cover Manson on Tuesday. So if you want to check that out, that is there. Aniska says, cool breeze. Like, love to see it. Who's that Kate says, don't forget to smash the like button. Get Bri Attorney and her videos into the algorithm. Yes, exactly. And I've been on the way to 8,000 subscribers for a long time. I keep losing subscribers, gaining subscribers. So if you guys are not subscribed yet and you enjoy the content on this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It helps out my channel and it helps my confidence. So yeah, if you guys haven't done so already, please do so. We have Jennifer Miller saying, I like the Thrive chant. I'll have to think about it to come up with one. I'm better quick than obvious pins. Okay. Yeah, so the chant, that's what Jennifer is talking about. We have to come up with the chant. And so I am going to reveal the chant that I came up with as I was getting ready for this live stream in just a moment. We have LaPuffy Gilliam saying, I subscribe and I'm a first time watching you. Well, welcome to the Bri Hive. We have fun over here. So we will be happy to have you subscribe and join some more live streams. We go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays around 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully you can make the next live. All right. And we have Amanda saying, oh, you guys are talking about SCOTUS. We're going to leave that one away. We have Nirisk Karan saying, Boss Bri, the Lori Daybell Vallow case is nuts. I'm not familiar with that. Wonder if you looked at it yet. No, I have not looked at that yet. I have no idea what that's referring to tell you the truth. I would have to research that. So let me actually write that down. Let me see. Lori Daybell. Because I don't know if my chat replays on my videos. I'm still new at streaming and getting things together. So there we go. Jennifer says, I've accidentally clicked dislike so many times it makes me feel bad even when I fix it. Thank you guys for admitting this. Exquisite Coyo says, hi, Alpha King B. Yes. Jennifer says, Bri and I are distant twins. We have to be. You like literally everything I was going to say, you had already typed it. Like, that's crazy. Amanda says, I work from home for a nonprofit. I also live in Alaska, and it's not even 5 p.m. here yet. Oh, really? So I usually have two computers going and LawTube. Yeah, I cannot concentrate like that. I can't have things playing in the background. All right. We have Sabrina saying, just slid in your DMs. Oh, thank you for telling me, because I completely forget. So I will make sure to sign on to Instagram at least by tomorrow. We have Natalie saying they want to lock him up for 25 years. I think that they should. If it's all true, and it seems to be true and creepy, we'll see what you guys think. Maybe we'll cover it. Maybe we will cover it to see what's going on there. I don't know how to get access to his case documents, but I'll figure it out, and maybe we'll cover it next week. All right, we have Mind Spasm saying, wow, if R. Kelly has not been sentenced and is waiting in Cook County Jail, that's bad. That's bad. My mom worked there. Yeah, I don't know what it's like to be in jail. Ingeborg says, call me Inga, like my other friends. Yes, please, more Marilyn Manson. Interesting case. Yeah, I'm hoping to keep up with it more. Right now, it's just a complaint file. Well, actually, I was supposed to look and see if the answer was filed, but I didn't. So right now, all I know about is the complaint. And I like to go off of what the parties actually allege rather than reading like media outlets' interpretations of the case, because most of the time they're wrong. So I don't like that. Mickey next says, I would like to see Daybell case covered and when applicable. Okay, yeah, that's the one. Yep, that's the one I just wrote down. So I would have to check it out and see if it's something that will be good for the channel. As far as like everyone liking it. Okay, you guys are coming with a lot of a lot of chats, and I'm like trying to get to the end of it. We're trying to get to the end of it. So let me go back to the chant. Earlier in the live stream, I talked about on Tuesday, someone said ain't no live like a Bri Hive live. And I wanted to add something to the ending of it, like ain't no party like a Bri Hive party, because the Bri Hive party don't stop. So the one I came up with was ain't no live like the Bri Hive live, because the Bri Hive live so fly, or something of that nature. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I know it's going to take a little bit of some time for your chats to come in because of the closed captioning. So I'll wait for your answers in just a moment and check out some of the chats while I wait for you guys to say if you like that. Is the Bri Hive live so fly? All right, we have Sage Moon saying like the video and subscribe to Bri Hive, y'all. Let's get our girl Queen Bri to 8K and in the algorithm. Definitely, yes, love to see it. We do need to get me to 8K because I've been pending that for a long time. Well, a couple of weeks, but a long time. We have Barichas Vincent saying, I don't want to see our bubbly Bri do Daybell or R. Kelly. Yeah, if it's something that's a little bit too much, I probably won't cover it because I don't want it to be like uncomfortable for a lot of people or uncomfortable for me because I'm the one talking about it, right? Jennifer says, we can get 8K. Please subscribe, friends. It's free. Yes, it is free to subscribe, and it's also free to like the video. And you guys also use your time to watch me here. So I definitely appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day to watch me here live. Thank you for that, Jennifer. And we have Natalie saying, there are some bloggers that did a good job. He got screwed. The Me Too movement did that. He is treated unfair. Are you talking about are we talking about Johnny Depp or R. Kelly? I don't know. I think R. Kelly did the stuff. I hope we're not talking about R. Kelly. Okay. We have Who Said Kate says, love the reference to the dogs getting you up at 5 a.m. My puppers get me up at 4. Okay, you guys are talking about the puppies. All right, Callie Tangerine says, So Fly is great. Thrive is also great. I like both. Maybe we can interchange them. All right. Jennifer Miller says, ain't no live like a Bri Hive live because a Bri Hive live is so fly. Yes, that's the one I like. That's what I came up with as I was getting ready for the stream. All right, we have Melissa saying, I appreciate the closed captioning on a live video. Thank you. The live stream taught me how to do it. Like, you guys teach me how to do a lot of the stuff that I'm doing here live. Other times I'm just messing stuff up. So the chat is very supportive of me on this stream, and I definitely appreciate it. I think we lost track of the case that we were covering, but we did talk about it extensively. So that's okay. Let me know what you guys thought about this Johnny Depp assault case. I think a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a waste of time and that Johnny Depp is going to win. So I would love to know what you guys actually think about that. I think we got the chant, ain't no live like a Bri Hive live, because a Bri Hive live so fly. Ain't no live like a Bri Hive live, because a Bri Hive live does thrive. I don't know if we need a word in between there, but we'll see. Data for Insight says, I would love for you and Natalie Lawyer Chick to do a vid on the Manson case as take from two defense attorneys and how y'all might approach if he was your client. Reverse psych of sort. I am not a defense attorney. I guess I'm both. I do family law and then I do trademark application. So I don't do any defense or prosecution for trademarks. And then I do family law, which I can either be on plaintiff sides or defense side. So I'm not necessarily a defense attorney, but when we're talking in the family law realm, it does kind of, but not like criminally. So just wanted to clear that up. But yeah, I would talk to Natalie. I can talk to her and see if we can do a live on the Manson, if that's something she wants to cover. A Sage Moon says, yeah, love your chant, Bri. Such a great B pun, too. Yes. Love to see it. Yeah, we come up with the puns here. Love it. All right. And that is talking about the case. It looks like it's a murder. I like murder cases to watch like on my own free time. I don't know if it's something I would cover on my channel, though. But I was thinking about doing the Nipsey Hussle trial as well, but I don't know. I feel like that's a better case for Natalie since she does criminal. Who said Kate says you're doing fabulous job, Bri? Oh, thank you so much. Mickey Neck says great tongue twister. Yes, it is going to be a tongue twister, but I'm going to try to say it at the beginning of the lives from now on. Amanda says, I like the Bri Hive Live. It's so fly, but I think my favorite was Bri Hive Live Does Thrive. It's pretty awesome. I think we can interchange them. I don't see why not. We can interchange them because we can do whatever we want over here on Boss Attorney Bri channel. Okay. Jennifer Miller says, I don't see a path to a decision against JD in the new case. I'm interested to see the transcripts, though. Yeah, I want to look at the transcripts, but I know it's going to take so long and I know I just don't have time. I would prefer to actually go to the court case and then like update you guys after the case, but my schedule is just not, I don't have the time for it in my schedule at this time. But hopefully, as YouTube becomes more of my main source of income, I will be able to do those things. Sage Moon says, may exchange all the chant ideas. We got Thrive, Fly, and another one, right? Oh, got another one. How about ain't no live like a Bri Hive Lives, because a Bri Hive Live so hype. I like that one too. We might just change it each stream. Okay. Well, actually, no, we'll vote on it. I'll probably interchange them, honestly, but we can vote on it on next live. So if you guys are interested in voting on it, make sure you show up to the next live. I don't know what we're going to be covering, but we will be here on Tuesday next week. All right. So, wait, I have to get this one. Amanda says, motion for 2 verses in the chant. That could work. We can do 2 verses and we can switch it up. All right. And then we have Jennifer saying, you have to work. Your clients are important. Yes, exactly. Clients are important. Live streaming is important as well. I love to be here. It definitely brings my mood up, especially in a stressful week of working with actual clients. That is stressful. And so doing these lives definitely help me out. Thank you for joining me on this Johnny Depp new trial, and I will try to keep up with it as it goes. I'm just afraid that the media is going to try to twist it, but we're going to try to be as neutral as possible when we're going over this case. Again, we're going to try to keep up with the Manson case. I'm going to look into R. Kelly and see if that is something we can make a live stream on, or we can even just go from the beginning to now and see what's kind of going on with the case. So that is an option. So be on the lookout for next week to see what cases we're going to cover. I come up with the cases probably the day of or the day before. So if you guys have any suggestions at all, feel free to go ahead and send me a DM on Twitter or a DM on, I would say Twitter, because they're a little easier to get to than on Instagram. Or go ahead and comment below on the videos, because I see them. Sometimes I don't respond, but I definitely do see the comments. So I will see you guys on the next live.